Hello, if you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, then welcome back. So I'm going to talk about a pretty good topic that I've actually gotten a lot of requests about on my older YouTube channel. So basically this topic is, do you believe that childhood traumas affect you as an adult? Personally, yes, I feel like they definitely do. And the reason I say that is because I've personally had a lot of childhood traumas that have definitely affected me as an adult. You know, childhood traumas can be in a lot of different ways. It can be, you know, the way that you were raised. It can be the way your parents disciplined. It can be things that have happened to you growing up. There's a lot of different ways that childhood traumas can affect a person. In my instance, my childhood traumas stemmed a lot from my father not being there. And when he was there, it was in a negative way. I've had a lot of things happen to me in my childhood that, you know, I feel like if they hadn't have happened, I would have definitely had a way different outlook on life and probably wouldn't be in a lot of the situations that I've been in. Personally. So a little bit about my childhood so that you guys can kind of get an idea and get to know me a little bit. My dad left when I was about 3. He got arrested for a domestic dispute with my mom. He spent, you know, a little bit of time in jail. And then when he got out, my mom actually went ahead and divorced him. So he missed out a little bit of my life. And then when I turned, I want to say 6 or 7, he started dating this lady. I'm not going to say any names in the video, you know, because it's just no reason to really. But when I was about 6 or 7, he actually got married. And I remember because I was literally blowing his phone up, like trying to call him. And the whole time he was out getting married. I wasn't invited to the wedding, you know. So he was married to he was married to her for quite a while. He was married to her for a while. And then, you know, I started to kind of build a relationship with him again when I turned about 9. And I want to say I was 9 or 10 when my grandmother passed away, which was my dad's mom. I was about 9 or 10. And that's when me and my dad kind of started to try to build a relationship again. Obviously it wasn't very successful. And then when I turned, I want to say I was turning 22, I actually, it's not funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then. But my mom had took me to IHOP. That is my favorite. If you know me, you know that IHOP is my spot. Like, I don't care. I would die in IHOP if I could. Like, IHOP is my spot. So that was like tradition. Me and my mom, every time it was my birthday, we went to IHOP and had breakfast. So I had my son already. I hadn't had my daughter yet. So I want to say it was my 22nd birthday and we went to IHOP to eat. And I'm like, my dad ain't called me, you know, this is all in the process of me trying to, you know, build a better relationship with my dad. I'm an adult now. I have a kid. I had a son at the time. My son is 6 now, so this was quite a while ago. And I said, you know, I'm gonna try to call him, ask him why the heck he ain't called me and tell me happy birthday today. So he answers and I'm like, Dad, did you forget something today? And he's just like completely just dumbfounded to what I'm talking about. And I'm like, you don't know, you don't remember what's today? And he goes, well, how do you know? I'm like, what are you talking about? How do I know what? He's like, how you know me and Miss So-and-so, I'm not gonna say no names, but how you know me and so-and-so got married? And I was like, who? And he says the name again. I said, who was that? So once again, he got married to somebody that I didn't know for real. But the most hurtful part about it is he got married on my birthday. and didn't call me to tell me happy birthday, but answered the phone to tell me he got married and still didn't tell me happy birthday. So I'm like, all right, well, you have a great day. You know, he ends up texting me and he's like, I'm so sorry, it slipped my mind. I'm like, don't even worry about it, it's cool, I don't really care, like, whatever. That was that situation. Me and him kind of didn't talk for quite a while. I felt like his wife didn't like me. Every time I went over there, she would go in the room and close the door. If I would try to speak to her, she was really rude. So I just stopped kind of going to my dad's house. I just didn't want to deal with the drama. And then our last time where I really just like completely washed my hands from my father was last year. I had a really bad situation happen to me and ended up pregnant, and I moved to Texas. And I moved to Texas in April and found out I was pregnant the first week in May. And when I found out, you know, I ducked off from everybody. I stopped talking to everybody. It was like it was a very traumatic thing that happened. Like overall, last year was very traumatic for me. So I just kind of ducked off from everybody. But I tried for months and months and months to get in touch with my dad. Wouldn't get a response, didn't get no calls back. He never checked up on me to ask how to move, how I was doing in Texas. I just didn't hear from him. That was in April and May of last year. So this past October or November, he sends me a message and goes, so-and-so's looking for you. You should probably call them. And I was just shocked because I'm like, I've been trying to call you for 8-9 months now and haven't been able to get you on the phone, but now someone's calling you looking for me and now you can call me. So I went off on him. I told him, you know, go to hell. I said, I haven't heard from you in almost a year. I have nothing to say to you. Like, go to hell. I felt bad after I said it, but I didn't, because my dad's literally been doing this type of stuff to me for my whole life, where he'll try to pop up and then he'll just disappear off the face of the earth, and then he'll try to pop back up and then he'll disappear again. My dad doesn't know my daughter. He's never met my daughter. I think one time when she was like my newborn's age, so she was like 2 or 3 months last time he saw her. My daughter's 3. I don't think he saw my son since he was like 8 months old, and he's 6, and he doesn't even know I just had a new baby, I don't think. So my dad is not a very great father, yet alone grandparent at all. But there was just a lot of stuff that my father did, you know, in our family growing up that just, it traumatized me for real, because my dad was never around, you know, and when he was around, like I said, it was always negative. It was never, you know, I don't have any good memories for real with my dad. I have a couple, but so, you know, that was that situation. And then, you know, me and my mom, sorry, you might hear my baby in the backseat talking. Me and my mom didn't have the closest relationship when I was growing up, for a lot of reasons, and I think some of it had to do with my dad. But me and my mom argued a lot growing up. I feel like now that I've grown up and I have 3 kids of my own, me and her relationship has gotten a lot stronger. Definitely, I can definitely say that me and her have gotten a way better understanding with each other. We have a lot more respect towards each other as adults now. There was some stuff, you know, growing up that my mom said and did, and situations between her that, not gonna lie, did put me in different mindsets. That stuff, you know, had me have a different outlook on life. I can't say it didn't, but, you know, I just wanted to give a little bit of, you know, outside information about a little bit about how my childhood was, so that you guys can kind of understand me as a person a little bit better. But yeah, you know, I definitely feel like childhood stuff can definitely traumatize you as an adult, and definitely has an effect on how you are as an adult. So, you know, I wanted to make a video about that, kind of talk about that a little bit. Definitely trying to break generational curses and break cycles, and definitely have a better relationship with my kids than I had with my parents growing up. Because I don't want that for my kids. I want my kids to be able to come to me and talk to me about anything and everything. Even if they feel like I'm going to be mad, I want them to still feel comfortable talking to me about stuff. So, but yeah, I just had to talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna try to get some more content coming out. I've been pretty consistent with uploading every day, so I'm gonna start, you know, rolling the videos out. But if you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.